Hello everyone and welcome to another State of the Game with Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo. And to start off with, I want to thank Dwayne Young and Andrew Oser for being the latest patrons of mine over at patreon.com/Batgirl. I really appreciate you supporting the show, not just by watching it and commenting it, by financially taking a stake, buying a stake in the show, which helps me buy equipment, go to events, and also buy items that I can give away, which works out a lot better than relying on CAG lately. Anyway, let's go on to today's main topic. And I've been trying to do this one since Friday. And this one was sparked rage inside of me at first, misunderstanding second, anger third. There was never acceptance. I didn't go through any other stages but anger, rage, and confusion. And that was with the announcement of this brand new contest. And I'm not going to put graphics up there. You could watch the video from my wonderful review, or you want to call an evening with the P-52 Merlin, as we talk about CIG's latest contest. CIG has run many contests, and they give away some really cool items. They've also had some pretty decent shows, like the Next Great Starship, which was amazing, although we still haven't seen a couple of the other ships that should be in the game. But normally when they run contests, there is a clear way that you could compete. Okay? I'm going to leave it at that. You can compete. You could actually go in and expect that there'll be some way that it's possible, somewhere down the line, that you could actually win whatever they're giving away. Even when they did drawing contests, they left it open for anybody to play. Yes, there would be some people that were going to be making some pretty amazing designs, but it was open to everybody. So here comes their latest contest. And of course, it is right on the heels of them updating their referral program. Now, I've never put my referral code in here, and I've always deleted the comments from people trying to put their own referral codes into my channel. Now, I don't know why I haven't done my own. I should have, because I should have been able to get quite a few referrals by now, but I always had the assumption that people have already been part of the game when they watch my shows, since my shows are a little bit more detailed than most others. And also because I didn't see a lot of motivation to drive people into the game when it's in alpha. I would do that when it was live. Lo and behold, many people have been trying to get referrals, and a couple of people have stood out. Maybe 3 people have stood out. So when they came up with this contest, let's take a look at it first. I want to just see what this referral program does. So I'm not going to talk about the contest first. I'm going to talk about the item, the ladder, the recruitment rewards ladder. Start off with 1, you get a Badger. 3, you get gimbals and guns. 5, you get surf and turf. All these different things that you can get in the game. To the point where by the time you get to 75, you're going to get an MISC Razor. You're going to get a Vanduul Armada's latest light fighter, the Blade, for 100. For 500, you're going to get an Anvil ship package. For 1,042, you're going to get the Million Mile High Club, which is pretty awesome. And then if you have 2,017 referrals, you're going to get a Javelin, which they showed off. And I think this is cool. So I think this is the way to reward those people that have been in the game for so long, that have been doing what I have failed to do, which is to go out there and get referrals, right? To get people into the game. So I think this is fair. I think this is wonderful. And there's clear-cut goals, and there are rewards that match the effort to get to those items. All right, so let's go into here now. And the contest. 1 referral point or more, you get a Star Kitten t-shirt. Okay, Star Kitten t-shirt. At first I was like, all right, they're ripping off Hello Kitty. And here we are with Star Kitten. So I'm quite, I'm quite baffled by this one because I don't know if this really matters. I get a t-shirt to wear in game, but it's a contest. I got to give away something, and the digital items have a very limited cost. 10 or more, I get a Star Kitten pink dragonfly, which I really want. And so I'm not going to rip this apart, but I think that's cool. Leaderboard top spot. I don't know what that is, but if you get to the leaderboard top spot, let's see what it says. Prepare for battle with the Idris M. On August 8, 2017, the citizen at the top of the referral points leaderboard and who does not receive the Gamescom trip will receive this rare ship. So essentially, this is the first prize. The grand prize for $29.42 lifetime. Lifetime. Fuck you with this one. Lifetime. All right. So this is what I'm pissed off about. And not that I want to go to Gamescom. I really don't have the time because Gamescom is right in that first couple of weeks of school where it's most important to be there. And really, I want to do the Dragon Con here because I have fans and friends and a love of Dragon Con. And really, Gamescom, I'll wait until I'm done with school. Next year, I'll go to it then. But lifetime. So I've just said, F you to many of the people that back my game. This is if I'm CIG marketing. I've said, take a flying leap. Don't even try for this contest. If you're somebody that maybe has the marketing skills necessary to get 1,000 or 2,000 people. But $29.42, they've made this a contest between the top people on the leaderboard already. Now, it is an amazingly expensive gift. Free trip to Gamescom, airfare, and hotel. Okay? It's pretty awesome, right? That's great. But it just took the wind out of the sail of so many people that would have really tried to make effort, to put in effort, to get there, to achieve this level on the leaderboards. All right. This has angered me, has pissed me off, has made me feel jilted. It has not made me give up hope on the game. It has not made me suddenly not, like Sandy. Sandy is still a friend of mine, love her to death, but it does let me question, what are they doing? They're not all inclusive. They're becoming, again, making these mistakes of pushing things out to the top people that they feel are top. And I referred to this by saying, remember when they first came out with Happy Hour and it was just live streaming of streamers. And when, they had that CitizenCon event, they had all the streamers streaming content from CIG. It's great because these people are putting in their time and effort to help promote the game. And I saw that as being good. They're trying to jump on that bandwagon and trying to get more people into the game by supporting the people that are doing that for them. But when you have a contest and you pretty much do a contest for 3 people, say it's for fucking 3 people and not everybody. I mean, everyone's going to be going for the Star Kitten t-shirt and the Star Kitten pink dragonfly. But it's going to be very difficult for the average person to compete at the level of 2,000 to 3,000 people that they have to get in just a few months. CIG, this was a bad move. Bad move. It's going to bring in a lot of negative comments, and I've already started seeing Reddits and YouTube videos and my own that are talking about this. All right, so this made me start looking at subscriber perks, okay? So at first, I was a little bit feeling jilted that they were giving away these items, right, to people that were doing referrals. Why even try? And then I took a step back and I said, all right, I've been a subscriber for the last 4 years in September. So by the time September 1st rolls around, I would have put in $960 subscriptions. Oh my God, I'm just getting that number and I'm swallowing hard going, what have I gotten for it? But the things I get for it, I actually like. I love the hanger flare, and I love the fact that I get 2 because I feel amazingly happy that I could help somebody else get their hanger flare when I give it away on Lightspeed Lunatics. I love Jump Point, and I love being able to get the hardbound Jump Point at a lower price. I love the ship of the month. Every single month we get a chance to fly a different ship. I think that's wonderful, and I think that's worth my money. The subscribers den, being able to get to that place where you can talk to people free of general chat, which I am not stigmatizing you general chat. I just get lost in there sometimes. And although I like to debate, I don't like to debate that often, but it is cool to go through there every now and then. I love the Vault. The Vault gives you a sneak peek into the different designs and the different updates on different ships and, let's say, content that are going on each week at CIG. So I like that. The coupons are amazing to me because, yes, I could only save a maximum of, I think it's $100 or $200 or whatever it is. But I love being able to get that 10 or 20% off. That makes sense to me. All right, and then they have discounted annual plans, test flights, test pilot access, which is you get a bunch of rec, which I hope they move to UEC at some point. And then you get exclusives on merchandise. So they've done this right, and they continue to tweak subscriber benefits. Some of you are going to look at me like I'm nuts. I like subscriber benefits. I think they make sense because you're really putting that money into supporting the making of Around the Verse, of Bug Smashers, of Reverse the Verse, or the Happy Hour at this point. And when 10 for the chairman or 10 for the developers or 10 for the writers is done, you're helping get that. You're helping them produce those different videos. So I support this. I support it fully. But I don't support this contest. And I can't. This contest is driving me crazy for 3 days now because I just don't understand how you alienate so many backers that want to help, that want to get in the game. And it's okay if you want to give one of these top people, whether it be Youngblood or be any of the other people that are out there that are in that top tier of, that have that top tier of referrals. If that's what your intention is, yeah, that's fine. That's your intent. But to have it as a contest open for everyone and pretty much say, F you, little people that aren't going to get there, I can't support it. I can't. So I'm very upset. And on top of this, it's to go to an event that we still haven't seen the fruition of what they showed last year at Gamescom. So it's like you go to these events, you see all these wonderful videos about what's coming out in the game, and then a year later, it's not even there. Great. And that leads me to this. In this last part of my rant today, let's talk about the development schedule, specifically for 3.0, and why I do believe in it. I know that project management sometimes has things on it that are going to show progress and that are going to be delayed and hold other items up. So when they say June 26th, I don't really believe that. But I know that the game is now on a faster track to getting developed. I know that they're not going to Gamescom without 3.0 out there. And I know that they're really hard at work. And that this is something that they believe they can do. So I take a look back at the progress of Star Citizen and I break it up into 3 different eras. There's the era of design. That was when all of the pieces of the game were being fleshed out, when the stretch goals were being written, and when we were getting information on what they intended to put out every single week. And that was the time of Wingman's Hangar. So while Wingman's Hangar was going on, every week we were getting updates on things that they were adding into the list of items that they wanted to put in the game. And that era lasted until there was a reorganization of staffing at CIG. Lieutenants called home to Santa Monica, different people put in charge in different offices, and Foundry 42 pretty much taking over the breadth of a lot of the development of different pieces of it at their Manchester and then newly formed offices in Frankfurt. So that started the area of the beginning of the real development of the game. So I look at that when essentially, I hate saying this because I love Eric, but essentially it happened right after Eric Peterson left the company to go make his game over at Descent. I think Descent Underground. Yeah, that's what it is. So that moved us into an era that had a lot of systems that had to be built, technology that had to be developed, pieces of the technology actually invented, and things tried and then taken out of the game and then put back in. It was the beginning of that real development time. And then there was the realization that I had last year, which was something was going to change soon after CitizenCon last year. Because CitizenCon, when I saw the presentation, I was like, yeah, none of that's going to happen. And it's because I didn't see all the ducks in a row. I didn't see all the tools. I didn't see everything actually there. And then December came to pass and we had the introduction of Lumberyard. And it seems like from that point on, we entered into the third era of Star Citizen development, which is the actual getting things done era. And things have been getting done rather rapidly this year. I know you can say, no, they haven't, but this is probably the year that we've had the most change. And I can look at different pieces of the game and tell you, yes, it looks like we haven't seen a difference, but you can see the way ships are rolling off, the way that pieces of the game are starting to get implemented. What they're talking about, what they're showing seems to be more substance and less fluff. So I believe this game is going to see a huge acceleration of development for the rest of this year. All right, so I talked about 3 different things today. Development, contests that piss me off, and subscriber benefits that started to anger me at first, and then I had to think about them objectively. And I came up going, all right, I support them. So there's a lot going on right now. If you agree with me about any of the items I talked about today, please write that in the comments section below. If the contest pisses you off also, tell me why. Don't just say, yes, it pisses you off. What is your experience? Why does it piss you off? And put that in the comment section. They may change something, they may not. I think this contest is just in stone. But I think in the future, if we express our discontent now, we'll probably see contests that won't alienate most of us from them. I wonder how I would feel about this had I been asking for referrals from the start, and I was one of the people with 1,800, 1,900, 2,000 referrals. Would I be upset at that point? Well, thank God we don't have to know that, because at least in the position I'm in right now, I have the full view of the situation, and I can talk from a position of equality instead of a position of elitism. Sorry guys, but the referral ladder is there to reward you for your effort in getting referrals. The contest should have been open to everybody. Should have been a clean start. That's all I'm going to say about that today, guys. I know I seem a little bit upset, but I'll be over it. And I'm going to go now and start readying an evening with the P-52 Merlin for release on Wednesday. And with that said, you all be safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon.